Welcome back to Cape Chronicle. I'm Mike Renick. The YUZU restaurant recently opened up on Broadway, offering unique opportunity to experience authentic Japanese dining. And to share the story of YUZU and his experiences since opening is head server Trad Hess. Trad, good to see you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. So you guys are in Scout Hall, right?
Correct, yeah. We are located between Speck and Kenny's Flippin' Burgers and right next to the boutique right there.
Okay, all right. And how long you been open for now?
We opened October 2023, so we actually just hit our year mark.
Wow.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, and have you been there since they opened up?
Yeah, I've been there since the beginning.
Okay, all right. Well, tell us real quick. I know that area that you're talking about. I've not been in, but I've seen through the windows there.
Yeah.
But it's about a 14-seat restaurant, or how's that seating work? I guess
we have 14 seats. We generally try to limit seating to 10, just based on the size of our kitchen.
Okay.
So it's a really unique experience. It's really intimate. Everybody sits at the bar together. So you have this, you may come in with two people, but you might be set to next to another couple, or another couple on the other side, and then everybody gets to having a conversation.
So it is individual groups that can come in, or couples, not just one group at a time. Then.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that kind of forces you to talk, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah. Makes my job a lot easier.
Yeah, exactly. So Japanese dining is what we will find there. Was that something that you had a background in, or you just liked the idea of that experience?
No, so I've been in the food and beverage industry for about 20 years.
Okay.
Before this, I was a bar manager at Top of the Mark.
Okay.
But I had the opportunity to come help Natsuko open this restaurant, and I thought it was a really great concept, and I just jumped at the opportunity. It's been a really great learning experience for me, and a lot of people misconstrue that we are a sushi place.
Right.
But we do have a limited sushi menu, but it's mostly like everyday Japanese cuisine that you can't really find around here, like katsu curry, katsudon. We have probably the best eel you'll find between Memphis and St. Louis. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Wow. So a broad menu as opposed to just the sushi.
Just
like you
sushi.
said.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
What was when that opened? The idea was to bring a different piece of culture to Cape Girardeau.
Right.
Obviously.
Exactly. Yeah. So Natsuko, she is originally from Tokyo, and she moved to St. Louis in the 80s.
Okay.
And lived up there for about 30 years. And when she retired from her corporate sales job, she was actually looking to open YUZU in St. Louis.
Okay.
And then she happened to hear about this building that was already set up for Japanese restaurant. Mm-hmm. And she came down and looked at it. And then the next day she rented a house down here. And then 2 months later she sold her house in St. Louis. And so now she's here permanently.
Wow. So how did your paths cross?
Through a mutual friend named Patrick Ketting.
Yeah.
He called me up one day and was like, hey, do you want to come to lunch? And he brought me in there while she was still figuring out the menu. And then he called me 2 days later and was like, hey, would you be interested in working for Natsuko? And then her and I sat down and had a meeting, and the rest is history. I've been with her since day one.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's the Scout Hall area is great, obviously.
Yeah.
You're obviously you're downtown. I mean, that's the beauty of everyone we're talking to today. Part of that downtown scene, and really, and I don't know how long you've been in the area here, but really a scene that's building.
For sure.
Continuing to build, and places like yours are part of that.
Yeah. So I grew up in Sykeston. I'm originally from South Carolina, but I grew up in Sykeston, and so I left Sykeston as soon as I could. But I've been in Cape since 2007, and I've been a part of the food and beverage industry ever since I got here. And so I'm really excited, over the past decade to really see the things come to fruition with downtown.
Sure.
and the development of downtown and how far it's come since I first came here in 2007.
Yeah, and it really has. What do you like about this has to be maybe unique job experience for you. What have you found to be exciting and fun at the same time?
What's been exciting and fun and challenging is like I said, I've been a bartender for a long time, but at YUZU we work with strictly Japanese ingredients. So I've learned a lot about Japanese culture and like the type of ingredients they use compared to the type of ingredients that we would use here.
Okay.
And trying to make that translate into a good cocktail. And then also just getting to educate people on what, because when people around here think Japanese, they automatically go to sushi. Mm-hmm. And so getting to educate people on what Japanese cuisine really is, it's a lot of fun.
Ask Keegan this. I mean, I'm sure you probably have folks that you see on a regular basis, but new people popping in all the time?
All the time. And, with us being right next to the hotel, we get a lot of people who are just passing through, and they'll see our sign and just pop in and ask questions, and then just when they look at the menu, they'll end up sitting down for dinner.
What are your hours of operation typically?
So Tuesday through Friday we are open 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for lunch.
Okay.
Which we do a single bento box every day. So it's not a full menu, it's just the one option every day.
Okay.
And then we are open Tuesday through Saturday with a full dinner menu.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And now do you do any of the cooking at all, or you any of the
occasionally prepping? When I need to.
Yeah.
Like Natsuko's out of town this week, so
okay.
I'm going to be spending a couple of days this week in the kitchen doing some cooking. But generally I am up front making cocktails, talking to people. Like I said, I tell people all the time, Natsuko's the genius behind the place, and I'm just the mouthpiece.
Hey, everybody needs that personal touch,
of course,
out front. Well, before we let you go, Trad, are there social media sites or are there websites people can go to find out more about?
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at YUZU CG. And then on our website, yuzucg.com, you can do online ordering for lunch. And you can make dinner reservations online there as well.
All right, fantastic. Trad, we thank you so much.
Thank you.